Hello my cuties, Jakey here and welcome back to my channel, and today it's time to decipher another episode of The Magiclicas. So episode 6 is titled Awful People, and we started this episode off with Principal Lawrence and Melissa scene. And Principal Lawrence told Melissa that someone stole her files, and only her files, from the principal office. So I think that is something that is interesting for you guys to think about, like, why would someone steal Melissa's school file and what could be in Melissa's school file? So that's something that you guys can think, and maybe we'll give you more answers in the upcoming episode. So this episode is about clubs. There are club booths everywhere. In Everson, the clubs are trying to get new people and everything. And we got introduced to many interesting and weird club. And one of the clubs, it's the Down Under Club, which is run by our Magiclicas student, Oni, who is from Australia. And I don't know if you guys have seen it, but we have a new Magiclicas short, which is about what happened after, because Melissa and Ivy, they did sign up for this club in this episode. And we have an extended scene in the latest Magiclicas short, which is posted like 2 days ago. And if you haven't checked it out, you should definitely check it out, because that shows what happened during the first meeting of the Down Under Club. So yeah, make sure to go check it out, because you know, that's definitely the way. And now we have this K-pop club. I see that a lot of you are loving the introduction of like K-pop elements in the story. So I'm definitely going to do, you know, more with that, because you know, I also love K-pop. Like, not that I'm a big fan of it, but just like I thought it's something cool, and I feel like we should, you know, include more K-pop songs and groups into the story, you know?
I mean that.
Oh, did anybody see that? Like, the board, it's moving. Like
what
this.
are these?
When I filmed this, when I saw this the first time, I was freaked out by it, you know? I was like, oh, what is it? Why is it moving? And then later I found out that it's probably because our builders use some sort of like liquid block or something to make it. And at first I was like, I want them to change it, because you know, I don't want, you know, I've never seen a bulletin board like this. But then I think about it again, I was like, Everson, it's all about magic, you know? Like, at least half the students are Magiclicas. So I was like, you know, it shouldn't be too weird to have a board that knows how to move itself, right? In this scene, Quinton is talking to someone about Shawn Mendes' t-shirt on the phone. Can anyone guess who he is talking to? I remember I took a screenshot of this scene and I posted it on my community tab. And then I like how all of you just instantly think that something bad is gonna happen to Kai. That the fact that Lulu is holding a knife, and everyone thinks that Lulu is gonna, you know, murder Kai, and then says that like Lulu is a bad person. And I feel bad for, you know, Lulu as a character. Like, what has Lulu done? Like, Lulu, she has been really, you know, a really nice girl, even though she's standing outside at the end of episode 5, which looks kind of sketchy, but like, she didn't do anything, you know? At least we didn't show her doing anything. So I was like seeing everyone saying that she's, you know, a bad, evil person. I was like, how? Like, she's just a really adorable girl that just, you know, wants senpai, you know? One thing that I really want to point out from this scene is that it's very important to stay healthy, so make sure to go eat some broccoli. Okay, another thing for you guys to think about. In this scene, Sarah and Adam, I shouldn't call them like that, even though I wrote them as Sarah and Adam in the script. You guys usually know them as Miss Kennedy and Mr. Foley. And in this scene, they were talking about the security camera footage that they got from the principal office during the winter formal, and they were trying to find out what happened to the principal's secretary, Alice. And they found out that it looks so weird because it didn't show how she got hurt. It's just like one moment she was fine in the room, and then the next second she is, you know, like half dead, like unconscious, floating in mid-air, surrounded by black particles. So that's something that you guys can think about, like why like didn't the security camera footage show anything? So that's something that you guys can think about, and you know, you can come up with some theories. I always love reading comments when you guys talk about some interesting theories, so go do that.
Why are we separating and isolating ourselves from each other?
Yeah. Why are we isolating and separating ourselves from each other? But think about it, like when Melissa said this sentence, is she talking about Kylie, or is she talking about someone else, like herself? Can I just say how hard it is to edit this scene? Because my character Connor, his power is time manipulation, and in this scene he stops time, and it's super hard to do, you know, because I have to, you know, stop the things in the background, but I cannot stop Kylie and Connor. So I had to put a mask over them, and whenever they move, the head moves, I have to adjust the mask. I know it sounds complicating if you have never like deal with masks and everything, but just like you need to, you know, like kind of like highlight her head, and every time they talk, they move the head, so you need to, you know, adjust the mask every time, like you need to draw it again. So I'm trying to make it in a way that is easier for you guys to understand how hard it is, but like this scene is so hard to film, and I tried my best to make it look as good as possible. Like the things in the background didn't move at all, and still they you can still see they are talking. Like only the two people are moving. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know it's super hard. What are you doing, Lulu? What are you doing? I was rooting for you. You were an innocent student. What is that noise? Anyone feel bad for Jax? Remember who's Jax's best friend in episode 1? In the end, we got this plot twist of Kylie opening the storage room, and then we found out that she is kind of, you know, like keeping Mia in the storage room, who she is like just like the other two victims, the principal, secretary, and also Scarlet Snow, that she's like floating in mid-air, unconscious. And I know a lot of you guys are thinking that Kylie is the one that do all of this, but think about it. Just think about like what she said, because she said, "I'm sorry, Mia. I don't know what else I can do." So just think about this line. Anyway, that's it for episode 6. Episode 7 will be out hopefully this Saturday if nothing goes wrong. But before I go, I feel like I should take the time to look at some fan art, because I have received quite a lot of fan arts about Magiclicas this week. So let's take a look. The first fan art I got is from Becca 4-Leaf Clover. And look at this. This is the Quinson fan art, and he's got his eyes and his firepower, which we didn't really show it fully in the episode yet. But if you look at the intro, you will know that Quinson have you know, another power other than just, you know, ice power. And look at his face, he's like so determined, which is like Quinson, because Quinson's always like that. He's like, I got this, like, who am I? I'm Quinson, I can do everything. I'm like one of the strongest Magiclica ever, you know? And then we have Chris sending us 2 fan arts. One, it's for Lulu, and look at Lulu, she looks so sweet and innocent, and then behind her, there's this, you know, shadow behind her, which I really love. And the second one is for Melissa, and I really love the background. It's super colorful, and then the particles, like, I love all those magic particles. It's like saying that, you know, Melissa got the magic in her. And then we have Wank Nawa, aka Peachy, or PX Itchy. I'm just gonna call it Peachy. So Peachy make this art where Melissa is, you know, singing, and then she figure out her sound wave manipulation power and she tries to break the target. I loved it because like the art style is very unique. Like I don't see a lot of other people that draw like this, and I like it. It's like unique in a lot of ways, and then I love how you also got the details right. I just love it. Thank you. Next, we have Lily sending us 3 fan arts. The first one is for Kaya, and look at this Kaya and the little dino. It's so adorable. I love it. And then next we have Kylie. Kylie is singing because Kylie is from Ever Singers, and she loves to sing. So it's amazing. And finally, we have this, oh, sad Jax, because he's looking at the chocolate fountain during the winter formal and he couldn't eat it, so he's sad. So but I love this. It captures the moment perfectly, so thank you so much, Lily. Oh my god, guys, look at this. Shadow Galaxy once again blew my mind. This art is amazing. I can actually see this on a t-shirt if we ever release merch. Like, just a thought. Like, but I definitely see myself wearing a shirt like this, like with Melissa doing her power, and there's 2 guys behind her. Like, I mean, who should she choose? Like, we have Chalissa, which is a very, you know, popular ship everybody talks about, hashtag Chalissa. And then there's this new guy, Michael, which, you know, if you watch the last episode, there's, you know, some moments between them, like Michael and Melissa. And we talk about, I mean, there's not a lot of people that give a ship name for them, but I do see people shipping them, not a lot. But if they were to have a ship name, I've talked that with, you know, the voice actor for Michael. And then he came up with the ship name Maikissa, which kind of sounds like Maikissa. So I kind of like it. So if you guys want to ship Michael and Melissa, that's the ship name that you should use, you know? I'm Feeling Peachy sent us a fan art for Mr. Adam Foley, which I love a lot because I think this is the first Adam Foley fan art. And he looks really, really good. And he looks way happier than he is on the show, because on the show he's, you know, he doesn't talk that much and he doesn't really show his, you know, emotion. So I really love it, and I love how he, you know, maybe that's his face when after he got a few drinks, you know, because he went to a bar with Sarah in episode 6, and maybe that's his face when he, you know, when he looks at Sarah, you know. Anyone ship Sarah and Adam? What's the ship name anyway? And last but not least, I actually got a lot of fan arts that are characters that are created by you guys, like Magiclicas that are made by you guys, and I've been loving them. So send in more, like create your own character, especially we are now doing this competition. So even if you're not entering it, you can still, you know, like create a character, you know, for yourself, you know, because, you know, we need to, you know, Magiclize our life. So, you know, make everything about Magiclicas. Like, that's what you have to do. So yeah, just do it. Anyway, that's all the fan art I got. If I missed your fan art, remind me again, because I got fan arts from many places, so sometimes I might, you know, I forgot about 1 or 2, so just let me know. And if you want to send in your fan art, you just have to, you know, you can do it, post it in my Discord server, links is in the description down below. And you can also send it to my, you know, tag me on Twitter, or you can DM me on Instagram or tag me on Instagram so that I can see the fan art, and I will feature them next time. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And yeah, smile and be happy and be a cutie, and I will see you guys next time. Have a magical day. Bye!